Okay, don't come at me all at once. I am new to everything. Um, I just really started collecting robots, and I got this today. It is Artie. Join the Artie party. And I just got that poop. And over here's a couple of pieces of poop. And I'm going to review fake poop for you because I have two particularly good specimens right here. Um, One is that like circular kind of thing, and then the other one is a poop that just kind of starts and then it lumps on top of itself. Both of these are lumpy poops. One is made by Trick or Turd, and the other is actually made by a child therapy company, and it's aversion therapy. And I know why. One time I stepped in dog poop. This was back when I was poopophobic and I was not a Jenkemite. And by the way, a Jenkem priest recently gave me a go-ahead and said that I was considered a true Jenkemite, and I feel like it's an honor. But when it comes to this poop, the one that's outside of the container, like when I stepped in that poop and I was poopophobic, I screamed the F word as loud as I could for as long as I could. I was totally upset, and it's traumatizing. You can imagine a child stepping barefoot into dog poop and flipping out. And so aversion therapy is where you take something that you don't like and you submit it just a little bit. So it works for Jenkemism. Take a little sniff. See if it's not your thing. Maybe it's not at first, but then take a bigger whiff. And then finally snort and huff until you've really had your fill. And then look into the liquids and the solids. But that path along Jenkemism, it's a learning curve. You have to get used to it, or else obviously your senses will revolt and they will stand against you proceeding to enlightenment, to truth. Anyway, I just thought that was so important that there's aversion therapy for poop, because it feels like all of us should have it. And my parents never put any fake poop in front of me. And I think if they had, maybe I would have a more holistic view of feces. And also, I didn't have a robot when I was a kid. Now, this is a major robot, but there's an even more intelligent robot that I've found. Now, it costs over $1,000, but it asks your child to read to it. And it's adorable, and I'm sure that there's no limit to the many programs you can run on it. And I'm impressed. I thought it was really cool, and it was actually an advertisement on YouTube that sent me to it. And I wasn't looking to become a robot connoisseur, but believe me, I've got 3 now, maybe 4, and Artie is a welcome contribution. I'm going to see if I can't make a mandala of circles that overlap on a piece of paper. I look forward to that the same way I look forward to fake poop. And that's the truth of Jenkemite, is that I look forward to real poop. And it's kind of like a constipation relief, but constipation of the soul. And I can't explain how important it is to let your soul poop. And so I am Jenk ready, not just because I'm ready to talk to Jenk Uger and I want to confront him about Jenkem, but also because I'm ready for other things. For instance, I'm Jesus Chatline ready. I didn't realize that I had these skills, but it's clear to me now because I bought the book. And if the book doesn't work and I don't go to heaven, I will demand a refund, and I will get it too. So there's a certain type of skill that's involved with understanding Jesus' chat line and Jenkemism. And I think it's beautiful, but it's also harrowing because it requires you expand your mind. And with Jenkem, you have to expand it to the upteenth degree. With Jesus' chat line, you have to expand it large enough to have your brain fall out of your skull and expand the mind into pure stupidity. But once done, then the world is your friend and you're ready for anything. I could talk to anyone about any topic and I just feel confident. And so I've submitted to TED Talks and I've done my thing. But what I'm trying to tell you is that the world's our oyster, you and I. And there's no turning us back. And I just wish that Shit in a Bucket was here to witness this, because I kind of get his criticism that's implied by the way that he stopped commenting to me, which hurt because I love the guy. And I realize I was probably in the wrong. I have been careless with my daughter's docs. And a doc dropper is a do pooper. And that's a problem. And because I don't believe in privacy, it's really my problem, because I disagree with everyone on that topic. But I don't want to expose my daughter to possible harm. And I realize that another thing happened in the production of my fatherhood, which is that when I was younger, I really wanted to raise a child in the N-word family name. And then they would be saying the N-word left and right. If I had known about Jenkemism, we could be making those statements as well as a family. I have no family now. I'm not exactly disowned, but a lot of my family is very cautious of talking to me because they think that I'm a racist. And I have yet to confront them with Jenkemism, and I doubt that that goes any better. And so I feel a deep loneliness, and the fact that I'm in touch with my daughter combats that loneliness. And I just don't want to make any mistakes. So I really want to thank Shit in a Bucket for taking a big step back, and I'm going to adjust the privacy on some videos and see if I can't provide my daughter with more safety. And I encourage you to question privacy, especially the HIPAA law, Health Insurance Privacy Protection Act. Well, for those that believe in health insurance instead of healthcare for all, and that means Medicare for all or Medicaid for all, for those that believe in health insurance, that Privacy Protective Act might protect your privacy in case your medical condition is worth hiding from the world in fear. But I think it's an obstacle to mental health. I just interviewed a nurse over the phone, and I told her I was filming. Of course, I always do, and make it clear, ever since I got my felony for not telling a person in a courthouse that I was filming her. And instead, when she says, "Are you filming me?" I said, "No." And I was lying. And that's a felony. And it was a very serious crime at the time. And it led to over a year in solitary. I believe I paid society back for that crime. And now I'm willing to tell anyone that I'm filming them as I film them. Because besides just not believing in privacy, I also think we should try and make something out of this. We should try and film everything. And so the Jenkem experience is so hard to film for so many reasons. I can't count them. There's a ton of problems. But we should overcome them and spread on the airwaves the cheeks of justice and reach deep inside to the very heart of truth and pull out glob after glob of love and joy until Jenkemism blankets our species. because we are unified in a way that I never could have imagined when I was younger. So thanks for sticking with me through all these long videos. Take care. Goodbye.